even watch the field. Y'all got
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're live. And Tony doesn't have any errors. Let's go.
It's a new year.
Oh my goodness.
And we're actually all parents.
The comment field.
No, she didn't.
None other than my arch nemesis. We got much love for you, Carmen. Thank you for always supporting the show. We love All About the Joy. And guess what? Guess what?
What's up, bro?
Never late. when you know what? I've been thinking about sequels to podcasts, and I've been thinking about Never Late, meaning I spent my whole life being late. But that's the sequel name to Late Night Parents. I'm telling you. But we have in the queue 2 members of All About the Joy, two key panelists that we're happy to have here tonight. Wait, do we see the host of All About the Joy? No, we don't. No. Hey, we got Rick Costa in the house. Rick, how you doing, my friend?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Thank you for taking the time out.
Of course.
To come through and join us tonight. I will say this much. I was catching, I was going to ask you, and it was just like I caught part of your broadcast today live because I was going to ask you, is your broadcast on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube? But it pulled up on my Instagram. I got
you mean mine?
Yeah, yours.
Oh, okay. I tried Instagram today just as an experiment.
Oh, that's the reason why I popped up. Okay.
And I'm like, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
Let's see. We got a lot of laughs.
Carmen, how you
Melanie,
doing? How you doing? Cynthia, how you doing?
Melanie, how you doing? I saw you taking pot shots at me in the comment section. We might have to have you come up here in a few weeks, all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
My girl, Cynthia. Cynthia, what's going on? Future member of Late Night Parents. Cynthia, me and your husband are going to have a long conversation. We'll work out the compensation and everything else like that. And then that's when my agent will talk to your agent. Okay?
Wow. It's getting hot in her. It's getting hot in her.
Poaching
201. I've matriculated. Okay, all joking aside, we got Tony D in the queue. Tony D,
what's
as
good,
always.
bro? How you doing?
We've been podcasting Tone for the last 3 years.
Almost 3 years.
Just about, it seems like, man. I don't know. It's been a long, windy road.
I'm still in those contract negotiations. It's about that time.
Yeah, I know. New contracts and everything else like that.
The Cowboys would have paid me by now. What's up, man?
Oh, my goodness. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Glad you guys are here. JoJo may be coming, and Brian Catskill TX might be coming. They have the, what's the name?
Links.
They have the invites. I wanted tonight to be special where we could talk Marvel, we could talk What If. This week has been a crazy week with the whole starting off with the Cat Williams and throwing at everyone, and then you got NFL coaches getting relieved of their duties. The aforementioned on Tony's podcast, Bell Kings Fantasy Football, when we were talking about Black Monday. So right now there's about 7 or 8 professional football organizations, that's American football organizations, that are without a leader. And the other side to it, and I mentioned it on the broadcast, is people are so quick to want to be first with announcing this type of news and everything else like this. With every coach that's let go, their staff, they have a staff that's, multiple coaches, which means they have families. So when huge changes like this happen, there's a ripple effect. So
Yes.
I just want to mention that. No, we're not actually talking about football, but we're talking about the family part of football, the business side of football. So did you guys get a chance to watch
What's up?
What If
Leslie?
season 2?
Hey, Leslie.
I've caught 2 episodes only, so y'all got this. I caught the first
Sweet Pea, how you doing?
Oh,
Well, now we can't really talk a whole lot then because it'd be spoilers for you.
Yeah, come on,
okay.
Tone.
Y'all go ahead. I'm okay because I'm still going to watch them. And I want to say it like this. Let me start it off honestly. I'll start it off like this. It seemed a little bit more sillier than it did last season. I do see a little bit more comedy, a little bit more fun, which is something that I've noticed with Marvel in a couple of ways with a lot of their movies. They don't seem to be as serious and as technical as they originally started off. It seemed to be more about enjoyment while you're dealing with what's going on a bigger level than what you're conscious or aware of. I will throw that out there more than anything.
Sweet Pea, how you doing?
Hey, Leslie.
We miss you, Sweet Pea.
I will, because if it ended the way last season ended, I will be happy.
It's a battle royale.
Good, because the way last season it was phenomenal. It really was. It was absolutely outstanding.
I think the problem with not just with the What If series, I'm talking about Marvel and DC and the like, is the darkness, the darkness, the seriousness, and everything else like that. And when you have movies or shows that come out like Guardians of the Galaxy or like Suicide Squad or Ant-Man and the Wasp, that whole trilogy is a lot lighter. And it's funny. It's good to inject humor and everything else like that in there. So I will say, from just before we get into anything, Rick, from you viewing season 1 to season 2, which one did you like more? Was there any drop off? Was there something that, was there anything that was lacking and the like?
Pretty much liked them almost equally, but if I have to be honest, probably the first one, just because it seemed like it was more like universal threat.
Yeah,
sort of. Although this one could have potentially been that way, but you kind of know like the heroes are going to win. It's going to be okay. Right. But the other one was like, oh, wait a minute. Like this, it really felt like, oh man, this could be really bad for the whole universe. Like, but I like both.
Did you feel like it was Peggy Carter centric? Did you get that feeling? That's what I got. And I like Captain Carter.
Yeah.
Always been a big fan of her. Love the actor in the latest Mission Impossible movie. Big fan and everything else like that. But I will say that's what it felt like, because not that it's like an anthology series or anything like that, but it's multiverse. It should be multiverse stories, and it just be, kind of like going back to the days of the comics. You wouldn't know what to expect, what to look for, and it's going to be like East meets West. And you're like, well, that would never happen and I just felt like it was heavy Peggy Carter.
For the people, because a lot of people online talk about, oh, now it's called the MCU. For those people, y'all just made it worse, because it's like it felt like, she's the only answer.
Right.
It's, if it ain't for her, then we're gonna lose. And it's like, first of all, we like team efforts. Like, hello,
yes,
look at that Endgame Adventures movie. Like, that was the biggest team effort ever. But and not to say women can't be powerful and awesome and amazing. Of course, yes, that's awesome. But just let some men have some fun too. I don't know. It seems like it's always the women. Lately.
It just seemed like when I was going through each episode, it was kind of like, I'm like, okay, here's where we are. What are we gonna, what assignment are we going to give to Peggy from the Watcher, Beyonder, and let's see what she does in this 22-minute clip. That's what it kind of felt like. So, I guess from episode 1 of season 2. I mean, well, which episode did you like the most?
To be the one that I found the funniest,
Yes,
was Happy Purple Hulk.
Yes,
that was
Happy
hilarious.
Hogan. Yes,
yeah, that was funny. That was so funny. I know, Carmen. I know what you're saying.
I apologize. I had to go put him in the bed and make sure everything was straight. So that's my fault.
Yeah.
Wait.
I know. No, but I'm just saying for all those for the people that keep saying that, oh, Marvel's trying to like I'm just saying y'all ain't helping the cause. Like, let's try to balance it out. But yeah, that was the funniest one to me, I think, was watching him turn to a Purple Hulk. He was pretty hilarious. And even in the other episode, the 1602, they were like, don't make him mad. Don't make him mad.
Yes.
He got mad. It's like, oh no, now you done did it. And so that was funny. But if I had to say what's the best one, hands down, the last episode was the best one because it was like the big finale.
Yes.
You know, and like I said, it was a battle royale. And there was stuff that I didn't even realize, like, because I watched a lot of YouTube videos about people talking about shows.
Okay.
And they were like, did you see Folk? I was like, huh?
Yes.
A Hulk that was Thor. I was like, I didn't even see
Yes.
that. So
Yes.
yeah, it was wild. It was wild.
I like the episode with Peggy Carter and Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of, and it was like, I'm like, okay, that was cool.
Yeah, they did together for sure. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Happy Hogan, hands down.
Hey Sadie, what's going on?
Sadie, how you doing? I love catching both shows. Yeah. Mr. B is here.
JoJo.
Hello. What's happening, fellas?
What's going on?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
We're just in here struggling along talking Marvel because Tony did not watch it.
Oh no.
The question,
And
what's up to the question giver? Who's that over there? What's going on? How you doing? Check my folks.
Question giver, how you doing?
Carmen saw JoJo.
Sadie, how you doing? No stress.
Nah, we good. We good.
We can send you. Wait, is Carmen in the comment field, working on pulling more talent?
Yes, yes. She told you that. She said that before.
So you're trying to say that she's poaching on your show now?
Yeah.
I was providing what's the name? Commentary, because I couldn't come up there.
I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to JoJo's keyboard because he's killing it over there.
As always.
Leave me alone.
As always. Listen.
Jesus Christ.
Can we
Take your time.
I know we shouldn't, but what you guys were just talking about, I don't know. I just felt so triggered about it.
What?
Sorry. The clip. Hey. The clip that that was played about the going out for dinner and all this other stuff and paying for dinner.
It should trigger you.
I was triggered by it because
I was too.
Initially, I think a different clip, and I didn't get a chance. I was going to give Carmen a call last week to talk about it, but the week just got so crazy, and I was just like, you see stuff like that, and you hear stuff like that. I know we're gonna go back and talk about Marvel, but it was just like, if I had 15 more minutes, if I was able to watch, if I was able to join. Wait, Cynthia says, I think every man was triggered by it. Yeah.
You saw my face. Y'all saw my face. I wasn't even playing with it.
I mean,
well, she said that to me first, and I'm texting her. I said, "Why you send me? You got my blood pressure all up now."
Yeah, it's
me mad. You the man? What?
So here's the deal, and maybe it's different. When you go out and you celebrate a family member, is that totally a different situation because it's family and if you're the matriarch or patriarch that you cover the bill is something like that, is that a totally I want to make sure I'm not talking apples and oranges. I just felt like the Brian's here, the young lady with the red tam who was leading the charge of you're the man, you're the man, you're the man, you're gonna tell me you're gonna make, and I'm like, what the hell is this?
It happens.
But this is the problems that we have now.
Yes, it happens.
I mean, what the heck? Come on.
Yeah.
Stop that. I don't want to go too deep into it. It's just, you sit here and unfortunately you open up YouTube and all you hear, wait.
We pre-read the comments as they come.
You open up your YouTube and all you see is men and women disagreeing about everything.
Yeah.
Red pill this, blue pill this, whatever the case. This one's a simp, this one's a gold digger, and all this other stuff. And I'm like, jeez. And then you see a video like that, and you're like, really?
You will
Because
go back to one of your old broadcasts.
okay,
And a couple of you will. I have said on more than one occasion,
Hey, Rick.
stop advertising negativity in broken homes. That's the society you're in right now. Start a home, break it up, go live with somebody else, and finish what you started somewhere else.
Random Rick, what's going on?
Negativity, pushing the buttons, trials, Random Rick, what's good? All of that mess is what's wrong with
It's
society.
guys' night out. Random Rick.
Random Rick. He got to get up here one time too. He needs to get up here. Random Rick, get your butt up here. This will work good. Yeah.
I guess I gotta finish watching the replay because I said a question and then I got something needed my attention, so I'm missing out on everything. So I left off with the question of the emotional.
Random Rick, thank you for smashing that like button.
In relationships.
Yeah. We ran through it. You was good. We ran through it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
We were, and this isn't solely going there. We're gonna talk Marvel, but I don't know. Like you said, I mean, in the comments that was said, you just feel triggered by you looking at the video, what is on your mind? And
So how did this come about?
You didn't see the video?
No, he didn't see it.
I didn't see the video. I saw the first video.
Okay, yeah. That was okay. The second one was triggering.
No,
It was
I don't even have it. I don't even want to give them any more oxygen because it's just gonna piss me off. When stuff like this.
Plus the thing is too, I think so you just put this whole video for the whole world to see, for this girl to continue the embarrassment.
Which is a skip.
Okay, so there's that. So the question. So here's the question that I asked. I said, here's what I said to Carmen. I said, I wonder if they got any additional clicks or subscriptions for their podcast.
Yep. It might have been
because
but you know what?
It seems like every day something is staged.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Here's the video. So you want to get me charged up.
Okay. Before I had to leave and go do something, I asked a question of what is the reason that, what do you think is the reason that in relationships the emotional and mental stimulation is declining?
Okay.
Why do relationships get boring all of a sudden?
Demands and expectations.
Well, it's on you to spice things up. You and your significant other. It's I don't know. Maybe she wears a a bright red wig or something like that. I don't know. Maybe you come in with a mask on. A wrestling mask. I don't know.
Hobbies don't do it anymore. Learn a hobby or pick a hobby or.
Carmen said, "What?" is Ted talking about?
It's called role playing.
Ben said,
Oh, Cynthia
Role
knows.
playing,
Cynthia
folks. Come
knows.
on, you
Uh-oh.
did something. I mean, after I
Ah,
don't know. Where's the video? Where is the video?
You want the link?
it's boredom, man.
Huh?
I said some people just they just bored and they lose out on
Yeah.
relationships. Man. That's what it is.
I've said
Yeah,
this for
because
years.
because like Kenny had walked in and wanted to and just wanted to show me something, and then like he
Oh, you sent the link. Okay.
so yeah, he heard like he saw the question that I wrote and everything, and he just goes, he's like, people just gotta
Wesley
learn a
said, "I'm
hobby.
shook."
He said people gotta learn a hobby, but like with his ex-wife, it was just that instead of like trying to find something interesting for her to catch her attention, and mainly she channeled everything to him to be the source of entertainment.
Yeah,
Hang on.
y'all, I
one second.
tell you, so certain people would just in certain relationships, people would dance around it and try to throw these random excuses out. It's just boredom.
And I've always said relationships are work.
Yeah,
You don't just get married and say, "Hey, we're done now. Now we have to do nothing." No, it's
Yeah.
always work till the day you die.
yeah. People be like, "Yo, they just bored. They got bored in it." And he's
Kids-
just like, "What?"
Yeah, and then
Teenagers say
and
they're
then
bored, and I'm like, you know why you're bored? Because you're boring. Go
Yeah.
Find something to do.
Yeah, it's
There's a million things to
crazy.
do in this world.
but then if I come up with an idea, then it's like, nah, I'm not
It's
feeling it.
crazy,
Well, then at least you say you can say you tried at least.
right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Hang on one sec. I think I'm almost
So the video.
Cynthia said, "Tony, you look like you want to scream something out."
Word.
I'm not saying that. I said what I wanted to say earlier, and it did piss me off. That was my reserve comment.
it did or it didn't.
It did.
Did.
Piss me.
Ugh.
It's trifling to me.
Why do we got to do this?
We don't. You brought it up.
Oh, this video. Yeah,
seen it?
yeah. Yeah, I seen this video. I think it was this week. No, last week.
Wait.
Look, separate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why would you-
That's her right there.
Yeah.
No, but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday
But
girl.
you invited everybody. You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you.
I didn't invite you.
Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table.
There
I'm
you
sorry,
go,
hold
that's
on. We was all
why.
doing Russian roulette, paying for credit cards and all that. Now all of a sudden you want to split check? We're doing
That
split
was-
checks
That
now?
was 2021.
I got caught in a situation like this.
Oh, that's some bullshit.
There's nobody
She's
else
applying
doing it.
pressure. The one in the red.
Yeah, I got caught in a situation
Wait
like
a
this a
minute,
while
y'all,
back.
Hold on, this is my birthday for real. Okay, I'm not mad at
Yeah.
Hold on.
No.
But you
It's
still
Donnie's
paid.
birthday.
Wait a minute, Yo.
we're not doing this.
But you
No,
paid
but you
though.
sat
So
at the
you still-
table. You don't pay for a fee. Okay, well, let's no.
Look at that.
See, that's the logical.
Everything on this
I don't care how y'all do it.
Look,
I just showed up. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
His
you
wife
see, I
and
didn't
wife
have
ain't saying
anything.
nothing.
You see, that's the problem.
his wife should be regulating.
But
Yeah.
I'm not obligated. I got my whole family.
It's $700.
Yup.
She walking off.
for this
Yeah,
whole table,
you
and it's
right.
your birthday. This is your podcast co-host. This is your
Only
best friend.
$700.
It's only Shan. You being cheap. Are you kidding me right now? Honestly being cheap right now.
Mm-mm.
Then she want to put him
Well,
on
if
dancing
that
like a
was
shit
the case,
podcast
I would
co-host.
have just took you out
Are
for
you
lunch.
being
If I-
Uh-oh.
Ray, are you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women? I really feel like
See, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Go
stop right there,
ahead,
stop
go
right
ahead.
there.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why she gonna sit back and try to call her out? She called her out. You gonna sit there and let him do this with a bunch of women? She should have said, "Bitch, that's my husband." That's what the fuck she should have said.
Smoke, what's
Because
going
if
on?
we don't do something like that for our women, they call us out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all
I mean,
little
come
trifling chicken head ass women up in here expecting somebody to do everything for y'all when y'all want to be just as damn independent is what the damn problem is. You all fine. You can afford your nails. You can afford your hair. You can afford your shoes. You can afford to get your feet done. You can afford to get everything fixed up, but you can't afford to pay for dinner.
Yeah.
Get him,
bullshit.
Tony.
I
called
told
BS.
y'all I gave y'all the reserved answer, Carmen. I keep telling you I behave on your show. But chicken heads like that get on my damn nerves. You want to know what the problem is with relationships? That shit. Demands and expectations. You want your independence, but you don't want to damn spend it. We got to spend every damn thing, and then y'all want to call us cheap. That's why we be cussing y'all out some damn times. Sorry, I ain't even had my liquor yet. Go ahead.
Okay.
It's
I guess
spot
the
on, though.
Only thing I'm gonna say about this is the gentleman, his wife, should have regulated.
I'm sorry.
She should have
Y'all
regulated.
wasn't supposed to say that. I'm sorry. No, they chicken heads, Leslie. Damn that. That shit was they just got all that stuff done that morning before they went out to dinner that night. That's why they mad. They look good.
That's
They looking good. I'm
it's
calling
funny.
them out. At my age and as single as I've been for a long time, I know what I'm seeing. They got
'Cause
all
you're
that
gonna
stuff
have-
done for that night. They ain't look that good all week.
Now, we're not saying all women for
Not
clarification.
all of them.
Not all women.
Not
But
saying all women.
your missus is gonna have her close friends. She gonna have her close friends, and she gonna have those chicks that she's not trying to really deal with,
I'm on their ass.
but they there, and she just gonna be nice with them.
Women
or-
made a
or-
song
or at least-
called
or at
They Don't
least-
Want No Scrubs. If we sit in the passenger seat, they made a whole song about us.
Yeah.
I'm
But,
on
and,
their ass.
but also,
Chicken
but also
heads.
too,
Sorry, y'all. Love y'all to
But-
death,
but
but I'm
also-
telling you,
but
there's
also
women
too,
out there
like-
like that.
but also too, like a heads up.
Yeah, stuff like
If,
that.
if it's like if it's gonna be racked up or like so's coming, then be like for a guy, I would divert to a different restaurant.
I'm looking like this. I'm like, yo,
I mean,
you here? You got your two homegirls. I know them. They cool. I don't know the rest of these chicks.
yeah, for the ones that I know. So yeah, so
And that's
for the-
how you
for the
handle
ones I
it,
would
straight
know-
up.
For the ones
Straight
I
up.
would know, I would not have a problem. For the ones I don't know, be like, nah, you're on your own.
That's it. That's how you do it.
Eyelashes
I've been in that
fake,
situation
nails fake,
before.
hair fake, and you can't afford no damn bill. Stop being fake. Pay your bill.
I say,
know.
yo, you on your own.
I don't know if this is a movie quote, but I
Then you're
keep
gonna see
hearing
this.
this.
Talking about, I ain't even had nothing to eat. What you come for?
I keep
Wait,
hearing
hold
this
on,
in my
hold on.
head.
Rick, you got the
I'm
floor.
sorry.
I
I'm
keep
sorry.
hearing in my head. What we have here is a failure of communication.
That's off this. Yeah, that's
Rick
off of
being
that
nice.
Living
Rick being
Color,
nice.
Living Color song.
All right. So I guess it goes without saying, just that. I mean, I'm glad I'm not the only one that was triggered. I'll just leave it at that.
I don't know any man that wouldn't be triggered.
Yeah.
I
mean-
Gonna
I
call
just
me
say
out
it
in front
like
of my
that.
wife, put me on blast, talk about my job, and they said it to me. You gonna let him do that? What?
Yeah.
What you mean let? We let
Call
your ass come over there.
Call him cheap.
I'll
So-
let your
everybody.
ass pay the bill.
But hold on. I just want to say from this
Shit.
perspective, because we got to come from this way. There was a reference to they were invited. Now,
By the wife.
I think it's different if you invited XYZ people as the featured guest. Then, I mean, because if you were invited, but how would you have handled it, Ted? Okay, so there's been occasions where I would cover the whole bill. I've not to that degree, meaning
I know
the
$700.
young lady that was on there, they were kind of forceful.
Y'all bitches getting on the pole.
Yes.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, I have paid before in the past. Yes. But in that situation that gentleman was in, nah. I wouldn't have paid.
I mean,
I wouldn't have
I've only done that like a few times where if it's like people who I know or people in my inner circle, and if I wanted to treat, then yeah, I would do that. But only for people who I'm really close to, who I'm really cool with. People that I barely know or somewhat know, nah, you're on your own.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is like even if I got invited to a party or whatever, I'm not going empty-handed.
Right.
I mean, even though because I already have that expectation. Like, especially if we're going to a restaurant, it's like I better go ahead and grab one of my credit cards.
Right.
Yeah.
So hey, I just want to table this. Can we go back to Marvel?
Yeah,
You better hurry up. You better hurry up. You better hurry up.
Can we go back to Marvel?
Oh, so I seen it. Cause he be coming, yo, he come in.
Can we go back to Marvel? Because we
He
asked
gonna
Rick to come up
suplex this
here.
whole conversation. I swear
We
to God.
asked Rick to come up here, and I don't want to put Rick into something because
no.
you know. So Rick,
Sir.
season 2.
Yes, sir.
What if?
Did who else did not see everything? I know Tony didn't. Brian
Yeah, I didn't see
didn't.
all of it now.
No. I just saw the recent one with Doctor Strange,
With the evil Doctor Strange.
the evil Doctor Strange,
Strange Supreme?
and Captain Carter was like in the medieval times.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
that was-
saw
yeah.
a bunch then.
Okay.
And JoJo.
We're pretty
All I
good.
gotta
We're
say
pretty
is,
good.
all I gotta say, it's a 3.
We can talk about this.
weekend.
Yeah.
We're
It's
gonna
a
have
what?
Bill Kings. It's a 3-day weekend. We're gonna have Bill Kings. We're gonna have football, and Sunday night gonna be something else.
Yo, we're gonna have. I don't know how many streams you plan to have. I don't know how many streams you plan to have.
But I'm glad to see Captain Carter a lot more now.
Use more, yeah.
Yeah, because I like have a mad crush on Haley Atwell.
But you don't think it was too much in season 2?
I like the introduction to the new characters of the tribes, the Native American tribe, or the tribes.
Kahori and all that.
Yeah, I like that intro. I like bringing them into the segue.
Mhm.
Oh, and then the other ones where Steve Rogers was like trapped in the Iron Giant suit for X amount of years.
Hydra Stomper.
Yeah.
Stomper.
I took notes. Yeah, I took notes. Little notes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I also thought like, King Thor though. I mean, just all that going on. I was like, oh yeah, there's a different parallel universe.
What
Now I got
about
the damn
the
song in my head.
1602 Avengers?
That was cool. I mean, you got Bucky with the like. It took me a minute to recognize who that was. I was like, oh, that's Bucky, because he had the shield on the left arm, and that's where his arm got cut off. And then just Steve Rogers and his merry men. And then I like and then I also too I like the Avengers that was assembled back in the 80s, 70s or 80s.
Oh, with Peter Quill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I thought was weird though was like, okay, he's a kid. He's gonna act like a kid, of course. So he's in the amusement park thing, and then he like telekinetically brings the pet teddy bear, whatever the heck it was, and then he blows the whole thing up. Why? Why?
Well, it's his father. It's his father's like implanted that little like this is what you're supposed to do.
It felt like forced. Like, oh, we got to show how dangerous he is, so let's have him blow that up for no reason. But it was just weird to me.
And all he wanted to do was just be like a normal kid.
He wanted to go home.
Yeah.
Do you think we would ever see a live action What If?
I'm quite sure they'll be working on
possible.
it. It's a good phase for them to do some of it animated because it's a lot to do a live action, as we could see from Infinity War and Endgame alone.
Yeah,
being on location.
There was like one really loved particular What If universe. Maybe Peggy Carter, too, since she seems to be very well liked as well. I can see them doing it.
It's got to be more original. They got a real challenge with that, in my opinion. Animated is fine, but they got I already knew. I already knew.
They tried to tease us with it a little bit in that Doctor Strange, that last Doctor Strange movie. A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's going to be a real big challenge for them to do a live action instead of animated. I think What If was a good idea. Even if they carry some of it animated, it would be fine because they came out of pocket, even though they made the money back more than anything. They came out of pocket doing a lot of
potentially a problem with Disney right now or with Marvel. Most of the A-level characters they've covered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was a great run, like a great
10-year run.
Right.
15,
okay.
10 to 15-year run.
10 to 15, just the story, just covering the Infinity Gauntlet. That was like 10 plus years. I'm just saying the What If gives you that ability to tell different stories while keeping that canon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, like it's just something like we would talk, like while we're hanging out, like, oh man, what if they did this or what if they did that?
Right.
I mean, one of the ones I liked on there was like, what if Hela got where she got sent to the Ten Rings,
Right.
and then she went from like wearing all black to wearing all white.
She had all 10 rings.
No,
Only-
no. When she went to that land,
Oh,
and then
okay.
she learned like the error of her ways, and that there is a purpose of meaning of full life. Hang around with the
If you saw Shang-Chi, then you know what we're
I
talking
do.
about. If you didn't,
Yeah,
okay, so
Shang-Chi
that
was awesome.
secret place where they had to run
Yeah.
dash through the forest before it closes in on you.
Yes.
Yeah.
She ended up going there and kind of learned the error of
Yeah, I
her
gotta watch that
ways.
episode. I gotta watch that episode. Good lord.
Yeah, because I mean, that whole Shang-Chi, I love Shang-Chi.
Yeah, I thought it was great. A lot of people didn't, but I thought it was great.
They bugging. It was
And
good.
that girl was hilarious in it. I forgot her name in the show. She was so
Aquafina?
funny.
Aquafina.
Yes.
Aquafina.
Yeah, she's so funny.
She was phenomenal
Yeah.
in Jumanji. She did damn good in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, I mean, I like that one, and then the one with the tribes, that was
Mhm.
pretty cool.
Yeah, that was
Um,
actually good. They could do a movie after that, maybe even.
Which I thought, well, like after watching that and then watching the beginning of Echo, kind of like, oh, there's the segue.
Oh, I didn't
Right.
see Echo yet.
Oh, dude, Echo is good.
That's what I heard.
You
That
saw
goes
all
in
5
there.
episodes?
Hell yeah, I binge watched that. Like I spent a good 3 hours of my life on that.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that night I texted you. I was like, dude, it's
Yeah.
really good because what's really cool about it is that it is a Marvel spotlight. So it's going to be just like a special. It's not like a whole series like Hawkeye and all that. So they're doing it was kind of like a test run of the adult, the Marvel for adults. It's not PG-13, so it's actually TVMA. So you have violence, cussing, a lot of hard hitting. I mean, because a lot of the scenes, especially like in episode 1, like I saw how the camera was moving. I went, oh man, this gives me Daredevil Netflix vibes. And I love Daredevil. I love Punisher on Netflix.
Mhm.
Really, really awesome. But what's really cool with Echo is like you learn her backstory, because in Hawkeye, she was just there. And then you had like little snippets of
Right.
why she wants to go after Hawkeye. That's all you know. But before that, you don't know how she became an amputee. You don't know how she did it. Like, what's her background? I really loved how they really, now we have a better understanding of her background of how she became, as one of Kingpin's henchman or henchwoman.
Yeah.
So 5 episodes.
Right
What's
here.
it like? About 2.5 hours?
The first episode's like almost an hour. The
okay.
second episode's like 41 minutes. The third episode's like 35 minutes, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's really cool though is just like how it, and I guess because initially when when the character was created in 1999, she was supposed to be like kind of like the Taskmaster. Any type of fighting style she could mimic or mirror your fighting style. But since you already got the Taskmaster that does it, they just put it as Echo because of her Choctaw tribe, the spirits from the past generations, like passed down through hereditarily through her.
Mhm.
So it's really cool. I liked it.
Yeah.
And then
heard,
I talked to one of my friends who lives on one of the reservations in Nevada, and I said, "Hey, did you watch Echo?" She said she loved it, and she told me that, and she even showed me a picture. One of her nieces was in the first episode as one of the first Choctaw women that was in the opening scene.
oh, cool. I heard Kingpin really shined as well. I didn't
Oh,
really
dude.
see it.
Vincent and Daredevil's in it. Charlie Cox back as Daredevil. I'm like, thank God. But I just hate that. I hate what they did with him in She-Hulk, though.
Yeah. He was a boy toy, basically.
Yeah,
Wow.
because like in the Netflix Daredevil just straight up fight.
Yeah.
He
Like,
was tortured soul in his own show.
yeah,
For real.
it just sucks that Netflix, because I think like with merging with Disney or whatever, because they were going to come up with season 4. Season 4 was going to bring in Bullseye, because you saw at the end of season 3, Bullseye was getting his back operated on because Kingpin broke his back.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I thought, oh, cool, this finally we're gonna have the showdown, Bullseye versus Daredevil. But thanks to all the poor business decisions, so all like everything got scrapped. Like Luke Cage season 2 got scrapped.
They did season 2, didn't they? They did Luke Cage
They
season
did
2.
season
Oh wait,
two.
no, season 3. My bad.
So I just got a question for you. I mean, because I saw something and I wasn't sure or not because I didn't watch Echo yet. Do the Defenders make an appearance in it
No.
or not?
No,
Okay.
They were
no, but
supposed to.
they're just wondering would that be possible? But since it's only a spotlight series, they're I guess they're trying to test the waters out. But so far, I mean, like looking on some of the how all these YouTubers, it's like a 50-50. Some 50% love it. Other people are like, oh great, now it's gonna flop because because it's just how they kept dubbing it the MCU. That's like, but I just went, but I was just like, but in the comics, like she was a badass.
I mentioned that
Hey,
earlier. There's
I
a lot of
heard-
people that say that.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people.
It's happening. I see it. I see it.
But
Danny
like
Rand.
new, uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say like guys like New Rockstar, Screen Crush, like they
Mhm.
spoke very positive of it. They're like, yeah, this is really good. This is different. This is really good test run, and they think they knocked it out of the park. And then on top of that, like the women that directed and produced it, they because they knew because they said like when they got introduced to the project, they had to do a lot of homework. And that's how like they finally brought it out. I'm like, nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I
In
heard-
comics, you have to do a lot of homework. I'm sorry, because there's so
Yes.
much backstory. Like I saw one person complaining about season 2, and they're like, "Did the people who put this together even watch season 1?" Like I was like, "Oh shoot, okay." You
Yeah.
have to do a lot of homework. There's a lot of backstory, and some people don't want to be bothered. And then now we got X-Men coming. Woo! Talk about backstory. Wow.
Yeah, and then
That's
everything
been
there's going to be recast, like other projects being recasted, and yeah, because like with the Daredevil Reborn, they already had it going, but then somehow I don't know if it was like Disney or Marvel. They're like, I don't know. Kevin Feige's like, nah, let's just start all over. Let's just take our time with this one because a lot of people are going to compare, to the Netflix.
The Netflix.
There's a large mass following on the Netflix Daredevil fan following.
But hey, there's one other thing. I heard, I could be wrong. There's going to be up to 18 to 20 episodes of Daredevil.
Oh, that'd
I
be
heard
great.
like the number is crazy what they were planning to do for Daredevil. I don't know if they were going to drop half of them and then let the second half drip.
Well, I don't know. I mean, like on Netflix, the episodes I think were like 12 or 13.
Right.
So
And the
I
funny
had-
thing is, as a comic lover, because don't even ask me how many I have. It's ridiculous. But since I was a teenager, Daredevil was not even a big deal back then. But also the funny thing is, neither was Avengers. It was all about the X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Avengers had a story, but they didn't have the fanfare they had this generation. You're correct.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like when Iron Man came out, I was like, good luck. But yeah, they did their thing.
They Iron Man
Yeah,
2,
and
classic Iron
and
Man
I
2 was
only
classic.
had like maybe about a calorie of knowledge about the Guardians of the Galaxy. I just saw them; they were featured. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever.
Mhm.
And then look, that took off.
It really did.
And then I was happy when Moon Knight came out because I mean I used to have before it got ruined, but I had the Marvel Encyclopedia and I was like just flipping through like all these characters, and I saw Moon Knight just because like how it's drawn. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Okay, Egyptian stuff. All right, great. So now like, and I like how now with Marvel, like how they're bringing in the cultures now, because think about it, you got the Wakandans with their background, and then like in Wakanda Forever, you got the Atlanteans, like how they came about, and now, you got Echo and all these other like now it's really cool. I like how they're doing a deep dive into that. So
Yeah, Native Americans now with the What If.
yep, yeah, and then Echo, it's like featured with the Choctaw tribe.
And there's not a lot of brand new characters, but that What If has brought like what's her name, Kahori. She's brand new.
Kahori.
She don't exist in the
she's brand
comics.
new.
Very new.
I don't think Captain Carter, as a Captain America type person, existed until What If either. So
Correct.
that's cool too. You know that they're
And then
trying new
in the Doctor Strange, and then in live action in Doctor Strange.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. It just opens up so many avenues, and I think people would be interested in, as long as the casting is right, people would go back to the movies to see something like that.
Not only that, but if they just have like really good writing, really good dialogue,
What's up, Nancy?
Hey, Nancy.
none of this whole like representation or whatever. Just have a really good, genuine story, completely original. Take your time with it.
Right.
It'll be successful. But if you're gonna if you're just gonna half-ass it with some lame-ass writing, and then you're gonna cram it down my throat of like little hidden tidbits here and there, I'm gonna be turned off.
Yeah.
Got it.
And have writers who understand
Yes.
comic books, man,
Yes.
who understand the stories, like
Understand the character. Yeah, I mean,
you
like,
have to have at least read it to get a better understanding of this, because this is what you understand what the fans want. They want a good story,
right? Yeah, I mean, like people hated on the Eternals. I love the Eternals. Like,
Eternals
I was
was good. You got to watch it
Eternals
twice
was
to
good.
fully
It was just
understand what's
it
going
was just
on and
people.
understand this aspect. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, most of the people didn't understand the Eternal because they're like, wait, what? But then, and if you want to go do all the checklist on the boxes, yeah, everybody was represented in the movie, and y'all still complain. So it's just like, come on, y'all.
So to me, I'm
It's
just
risky when you
it's very
introduce a group of people that are not very well known. It's risky, and Eternals was that, but so was Guardians of the Galaxy, and it did great.
right?
Yeah.
So what did they do different with Guardians of the Galaxy that they could have did in Eternals?
Yeah, I think it was just the writing, and then plus, like on the Guardians of the Galaxy, the characters were relatable in some way.
And fun.
But when was Eternals released?
Gosh, what 2018, 2019?
Oh, okay.
Let me look. I'm not even
But
River. Is that
but I think, and then like it's the same thing with Star Wars, because now they're gonna do the Rey Skywalker
2021.
They're gonna do the Rey Skywalker trilogy, but they're having a female director who pretty much knows nothing of Star Wars.
See, stop.
Yeah.
Pause. Tony,
Yes.
that was your cue to say pause. So you can have a director that has no idea. I'm done.
So
That's
yeah,
what they do with a lot of these.
but the thing about it is, it's like I was like, I don't have a problem if there's a female director, but the thing about it is, if you're gonna have somebody, if you're especially as big as Star Wars is, and you know how crucial and the large of a fan base, if you want to have a female director that actually knows Star Wars, hands down, hands down, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yes.
Because the few episodes that she did for The Mandalorian were great.
Yep, they were great.
Yeah.
Mandalorian was
I
outstanding.
think the key is it's not about whether it's a male or it's a female director. It's about someone that's entrenched in like the lore of
knows
Star
their
Wars.
shit. Yeah, because I was watching like on the Star Wars on the backstory of the Mandalorian, and Bryce Dallas Howard said, like, when she was with her dad, Ron Howard, she said sometimes, like, whenever they were like, she said she remembered going Empire Strikes Back as a little girl, like her dad's chit chatting with George Lucas and Steven.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
From
says
Jurassic
more,
Park.
That says
you know
more
her from Jurassic Park.
That says more than her not even knowing the storyline. She'll know how to make a movie properly because Ron
Exactly.
Howard has made some outstanding movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has gone from actor to director at a level that a lot of athletes go to movies.
Who would have
and
ever guessed
elevated.
that?
I mean,
Who would
I
have
mean,
guessed that?
it started with Backdraft, and look at where we're at now. He's still directing movies. He's killing it.
My man started from Happy Days, man.
Yes.
It was Rick
Ron Howard.
Cunningham.
No. Further back.
Way back
Andy
before
Griffith.
that,
He
yeah.
played Opie on Andy
Yeah,
Griffith.
Opie, yeah.
He's been
Yeah.
in the game kind of too long, so she'll be a legacy as far as director. She will know what she's doing. I'll watch her movies.
Yes.
I got that.
Yeah, exactly. So like if I was gonna say like if they want to make that big a crucial of an issue, like oh it has to be a woman or whatever, fine. At least give it a woman who is very, very knowledgeable of your product.
You can't help it.
Am I wrong?
Love you, Brian.
Jesus Christ.
It don't matter if it's a man or a woman. Just know what you're
No.
talking about.
I know, but I'm just saying if they want to push the issue of a woman being a director, at least give it a woman who knows, who's very knowledgeable of the product. That's what I'm saying. Hands down, unanimous decision, Bryce Dallas Howard.
Gotcha. I
Or if
remember
it,
when
I
was
mean,
buying-
think about with Dave Filoni.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Nobody never heard of Dave Filoni, but pretty much when they were doing the Clone Wars animated series, he was right there, like right next to him. He's sitting right next to George Lucas, Master and Apprentice. And look how like Star Wars, the Clone Wars was so successful. Star Wars Rebels, he was right there. He
Clone Wars
understands.
was
He knows.
one of the greatest animated series ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Clone
So
Wars.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
If
been
you
great
want,
since
if you
day
want,
one.
yeah. So male, female, whatever, have somebody who knows their shit.
Yeah.
When I
That's
was-
been the problem for a number of movies for quite some years now.
When I
Movies
was-
and shows.
when I was buying comics, there was do you know the character Cable?
Yeah.
Jane and Scott's son from the future, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
da, da, da. So this writer took it over and he literally went and found every single Cable comic he could possibly find, anything the Cable was in, and he read all of it. And he like practically memorized it. And then he came out with some amazing stories. And I'm like, see, I respect him so much because he knew what he was talking about. The stories were amazing. He tied strings from this, that, and the other and put it all together and make it make sense even more. Than it was like, and then all of a sudden they were like, Marvel canned him because they're like, yeah, we want to take it in a different direction. He was like, what? I was on a roll and I was ticked. I was like, he was writing amazing stories. But
Talk
you
about
need to do the research if you want a good story. You can't send somebody in there that
Yeah.
don't know the
Yeah. I
character.
mean, like Todd McFarlane was good,
Yeah.
but then that like the politics in that it was just the conflict of interest and they want to go in a different direction. And Todd McFarlane had an idea, like because he created the Venom character.
Yeah.
Yes. He's doing very well with
So
it. Fan
yeah.
of the movie or not, he's doing very well with it. And I wasn't too big on the movie because I thought they were kind of dry, but he's making his numbers. So my opinion not going to matter.
Yeah,
The
and
fight
then-
scene on the second one was the best part of that movie to me. The
Yeah,
story
and
was
then
phenomenal.
so luckily he saved up every dime he had, and then when he pretty much got kicked out of Marvel, it took him some years. He and props out to his wife. His wife stood by him since day one, all the ups and downs, and she still loves him because she believes in him, and because how she believed in him, it kept him going to what he actually loved. Because for a while he started to hate it. But then he got back into drawing storyboards and everything, and that's how Spawn was created.
Little Spawn. Yep.
Yeah, he created
Pretty cool.
Spawn, and then decided to go. Started to go with Image Comics and everything.
And look at how hard Ryan Reynolds fought for Deadpool to be a reality for years.
Yeah.
He didn't give
Mhm.
up, and everybody loved him for it. And he's awesome in it. He's really funny.
Hell yeah.
If he makes another one, I'll be surprised.
And now you're gonna have Deadpool and Wolverine. They're gonna make a lot of money.
After that one, I mean, he's going to be bigger than The Rock in the faster time frame. I want to say it's about the same time frame, but that money he made off of Mint Mobile surprised me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then-
man.
Marvel?
And aviation.
Yeah, he's Ryan Reynolds is the man right now. Him and The
Man,
Rock.
they
are
got a
one.
soccer team too now, I think.
Yeah,
He
he's
was
killing it.
he was with a group that was going to purchase the Ottawa Senators, and I was just like, He's got money
Yeah.
like that. I
Yeah.
was like, whoa.
That Mint Mobile took it. He's a billionaire, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, because think about it,
He's a billionaire.
he's got his liquor brand. Then he's
Yeah,
doing Mint
yeah.
Mobile.
He's got that Wexham team, I think. He got a TV show, all of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is killing it. So when that Deadpool come out, it's over. Y'all talking about Swifties? You better talk about some Reynolds.
That's why he's so imprinted in this Deadpool movie, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Well,
he
that's
wants
his
to
character.
do good at all costs.
Can't see
Yeah.
you can't imagine anyone else doing
No.
that role. Kind of like with
Nobody.
RDJ.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
imagine anyone else doing that role.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah. He's got it. And he worked it. I got a coworker that's big on Deadpool. He said Ryan Reynolds was made for it. He played it. I didn't even know the comic before the movie came out. I really didn't.
Hold on, I'll be right
yeah.
back.
I didn't even know who Hugh Jackman was because like back in the day when they're talking about, oh man, if they're gonna do a live action X-Men, like the first person that came to mind was Jack Nicholson.
For Wolverine?
Really?
Back in the day, back in the 90s, they were thinking like for Wolverine or 80s, 90s, they were like if they were to do a live action X-Men, they were like saying, oh man, like Jack Nicholson would be great for Wolverine.
He's too old to be Wolverine.
He was old, but I could see it. But yeah, he was old at the time.
Yeah, but I mean, but yeah, but like with Hugh Jackman,
He had the
like,
face. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
Sabretooth.
probably.
He's too short. He's too short. They need somebody bigger than
Yeah.
me.
Well,
Take some
Wolverine
more.
is short in the comics. That's what
Yeah.
threw me too. In the movies, he's like
Sabretooth?
6 foot.
I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
For Sabretooth, I would have got Vinnie Jones. He would have been ruthless in that character.
True.
Vinnie Jones is the tall guy that was in Gone in 60 Seconds. The one that
Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah,
would've
the
been
one, the
ruthless.
mute till he
Yeah, that
actually
dude
spoke.
is
English
evil.
man.
He could be an evil character.
Mm.
Yeah,
You know, he's an evil character. Almost every movie he plays,
He pissed
he's
me
a
off
bad
with
guy.
that.
He's like a mean
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
He's
but
a
I mean,
South American soccer player in real life. He
You
would
know,
Oh,
no, he's
not
British.
for nothing. You know who? No.
I think he was
Listen.
South America. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's a British soccer player.
I thought he was South America.
I heard,
British.
I heard they were gonna do what is it? Because y'all talking about Deadpool, and then you mentioned Cable. They were supposed to do an X Factor movie, man.
Yes.
They canceled it, and I was so upset. I was so upset.
Yeah,
I was
you got
surprised
Hack-
New Mutants finally came out. That took years of
Yeah,
over and over. That was
That
ridiculous.
I haven't
yeah.
watched that yet either. I haven't caught that yet at all.
Oh
It's a
man,
good
I mean,
for a
'cause, like-
Halloween movie.
Yeah.
I mean, because like the X-Men, what was that? The X-Men New Generation or whatever, where like you had Chloe.
Emma Frost, that one.
No. Well, you had Chloe Kravitz in there, Zoe Kravitz,
Okay.
the one where she was in that one, and then
Oh.
but you had Havoc, and I'm like, oh cool, you got Scott
Yeah.
Summers' younger brother. So that's what I thought. Oh, cool, this will be a segue into the X Factor.
X-Men Evolution was good, and they got to pass that as far as the animation. They've done the movies, they've done the cartoons. I don't even know what else they're going to do with them.
Well, like next up is X-Men 97, which I know is going to be
Oh
pretty
my god,
badass.
the old version. I could watch
Yes.
that all day still.
All day.
Yeah,
And
so
the,
if it's-
and did you watch the Marvels all the way through?
I did not.
Yes,
I did.
The movie?
I-
Talk about the movie?
Movie, the Marvels.
I didn't think it
Yeah,
was
it was-
horrible like everybody said. It was all right.
It was, to me, it was for the women. It really was for the women. And that's
Yeah.
just what it was, because it was about the female characters. Now, mind you,
yeah,
we talked about this before. At the end game, that's to show the scene where all the female heroes was going to fight together. I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
And it
also
looks like they're
too,
setting it up. It really does.
But
But
also-
also setting it up for real.
yeah, but also too, like if you watched WandaVision at the end credits, then you realize that, I just,
Agatha
Monica-
Harkness.
Monica Rambeau. Like-
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so she gets sent up. She gets sent up and meet Nick Fury because
Yeah,
like
the
her
scroll's
mom,
like up there.
Up
yeah,
there.
he wants to see you up there. And then so Monica Rambeau. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, the little girl that was in Captain Marvel. Now she's all grown up. And then now you got the little backstory of like what happened to her during the blip.
Right.
So I understood that part. And then like Kamala Khan, I think she was created back like 2010 for the Marvels.
She's pretty much the future for this generation, honestly.
yeah.
The
Yeah,
actress that
I
plays her is phenomenal. I love her. She's just she's
Yeah, I mean,
hilarious.
I mean, I think that's pretty cool. Like, in the show, I mean, like, I think they portrayed like her and her culture well. And then so I think like out of all the characters, I think Kamala Khan was like the most relatable because she's like, oh my God, this is all going on. You know, like how we're all starstruck. You know, I mean, that's the only person that I could see that'd be relatable. But
the one thing I didn't like in the movie that a lot of people did like, and they said that was the funniest or favorite part, was the whole cats swallowing the people. Like I was like,
oh God.
That's when I was
just dumb. I was like,
that's when I
you
wanted
just
to talk
decided
the
let's do
movie.
something with cats. Like I didn't.
Yeah,
I
and
thought
I'm sitting there
wasn't
staring at
feeling
the
that.
movie like, yo.
That looks
Yeah.
like it's comic book oriented. That looked very comic book oriented.
I said, yeah, let's get out of here. I'm like, yo, I want to get up and leave. But I'm like, I'm already this deep in the movie. Remember I was texting you? I was like, yo,
that cat was going ham in that movie, eating them people.
I mean, I just kind of went like this. So like, really,
I'm like, yo, y'all serious?
and then on top of that, like, it seemed like Nick Fury kind of was like put on the back seat, but then still trying to play like the father figure.
He wasn't the same Nick Fury in that movie.
No, he wasn't.
At
all. Yeah, he's like, stop touching shit. I don't know. I thought I had to touch it.
Yeah, man. It's like they plucked out Nick Fury right after the Secret Wars. Like they took him out there and they just put him.
I mean, Secret Invasion.
There you go.
Secret Invasion, I thought it was okay, but I just think that
I was disappointed in it.
I was very
disappointed. I was too.
I think they should have just taken more time with it.
Like if I didn't know anything about Scrolls, period, at all, I'd been like, I was all right. But I know the story. I'm like, y'all could have did way better than this.
Take your time with it.
That's when everything was like a factory. We're gonna push out 8 series this year. 17 movies. You're gonna have to watch everything. Everything's gonna be interconnected. And I'm like a lot of people, like, I don't have time for all of this.
Superhero burnout. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, that's how I felt, and that's how my best friend felt because like we're a big fan of the video game Assassin's Creed, and they kept pushing it like year after year. You know, you had Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelation, then you had Assassin's Creed Black Sail, then you had Assassin's Creed Rogue, and then it was just one after another after another. I'm like, okay, I gotta wait.
The one thing out of Secret Invasion that I'd like to see is the fact that Rhodey was never Rhodey, and now we have the real Rhodey back.
Yes.
And when he finds out everything he missed and that Tony is dead, he's gonna flip.
He's gonna flip.
But the one thing that really kind of threw me off was like, how in the world you collect all like Thor's power, Banner's power?
That was dumb too.
Like, how'd you get all that serum?
Yeah.
Pause.
I said serum, not the other word. I mean, but you had everybody's DNA all rolled into one, and
they had the Super Scroll, and then Homegirl comes out of nowhere. She has the powers.
That was dumb.
I said, man,
you
know how cool
moment, they jumped the shark.
You know how cool that could have been if you could have included that in the Avengers,
right?
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I'm just like, okay, so Khaleesi didn't like getting killed, so now she's gonna avenge her death on you. She went from like Khaleesi to Super Khaleesi.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that was one thing that was a head scratcher to me. Was like, how did they get everybody's Banner, Groot,
the same way they did on the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, that's come on, man. I'm mad you brought that.
Did they even volunteer that shit?
Oh my god! Oh, that
he was cold in that movie. Hey, yo, JoJo, he was cold in that movie. He said, "Bon voyage."
You know where that actually would have made sense, kind of, sort of, is if it was mutants because it's their DNA. That would be different. But magic power ain't DNA. Magic is learned.
Yeah,
like, it was just stupid. It was so dumb.
Yeah. So it was kind of funny because I was like first Captain Kirk, then Star-Lord, and now Nick Fury hooking up with the green chick.
That's what I was gonna say too.
Yeah.
He's secretly with the scroll. Oh gosh.
Hey man, green is in.
Whatever.
Goodness.
But yeah, like, and then Hawkeye was cool. Oh yeah, that was another thing on the end credit. So you got Kamala Khan and Hawkeye
Hawk-
2.
Hawk
Yeah.
Girl. I call
Kate
Hawk
Bishop?
Girl. Kate
Kate
Bishop.
Kate
Bishop?
Bishop. Yeah, Kate Bishop.
Yeah,
So I think they're gonna get the Young Avengers because
that's what they're doing.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it'll be the Young Avengers coming.
100%.
Yeah, so you got like Kamala Khan and then Kate Bishop, and then you're gonna get Elena.
Wanda's
'cause
kids. They're gonna get Wanda's kids eventually. Watch.
Yeah,
And what was his name? He was in Falcon. He was like the first Winter Soldier. But he was older. Remember? I think his grandson.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you mean
Patriot.
the black guy?
Yes.
Isaiah?
Yeah,
Isaiah.
Isaiah. Yeah.
Yeah, his grandson, the Patriot.
Tony, why
Yeah.
are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
He's like the very first Avenger.
He's
Yes.
like, I said the
I've
black
been,
guy.
I've been on Air
Yeah.
Time too long. You know, they said it too damn much in the first place.
Oh my god, man!
Yeah.
What's
it's
your
like
guys'
that.
thoughts on that preview from? Well, they already have the trailers and all that stuff out there already for the what is it? Is Madam Web?
Oh yeah. I'm
I
not
see.
sure about that. I'm reserving my judgment for that. one.
Yeah, I saw and I was just like, what is this? I mean, I know it's Sony, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, anything
this-
Spider-Man is Sony. Yeah.
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 Okay. And they're gonna have their own universe with spider creatures and everything else like that.
I'll tell you what. Tim.
And Tom Holland might not be in that.
Yeah, because it was like A, the contracts, and then B, it was just I don't know. Because I think they're gonna go with what, Garfield again?
Miles Morales?
No.
No, Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
gonna go with him. Yeah.
They're gonna be in Secret Wars, I think, or whatever they're calling it.
When he saved MJ in
Yes.
that movie,
Yes.
Andrew Garfield got his mojo back as Spider-Man.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He
'Cause
did.
I even shouted. I was like, "Oh, you better save her!" Like,
Yes.
Word.
and he's like, "Are you okay?" She said, "Are you okay?" Like that was
Word. He was mad emotional. Word.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
He could do a good job. He could do. If Tom leaves, yeah, I'll take him. He'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think they're gonna go with that. Because I think with Tobey Maguire, I think it's
Yeah,
just
he's too
it was
old.
just kind of like that little, yeah, kind of like I'll make my spot, and that's it.
Yeah. Get my nostalgia.
He came through that portal and they
Nostalgia
said,
moment.
"I wasn't looking for a youth pastor or something like that." They said, that was funny.
And then it's like his mom's like, "Yeah, can you get that down there?" I'm like, "Oh man, that's truly Filipino right there."
Oh.
Because even with my Filipino friends, I'll come over there like, "Yeah," they're like, "Yeah, you're tall enough. Can you get that book for me?" I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "It's so Filipino right there."
That's funny.
Toby, my
Man.
dude, though. I love Toby Maguire, man.
Yes.
Mhm.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd like to see Tom Holland again as Spider-Man because I mean, very, very refreshing, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah, he did good.
Yeah.
He did a series, The Crowded Room, not Marvel related at all, but that was really, really good. He had like multiple personality.
Oh,
It was really good.
okay.
Yeah, that was that movie, yeah.
It was a
See,
TV
and
series, yeah.
And that's the problem. You do this Marvel stuff, you get typecasted,
Typecasted. Yeah.
and then you do something like this outside of it. Everyone's like,
Yeah.
Like Chris Hemsworth, he's a forever Thor. Even though he does other stuff, that's
Yes.
Thor. You see
Yeah,
him, you say that's Thor.
Right.
Man, whatever. He was George Kirk.
yes, he was George Kirk.
You're right. You're
Oh,
right.
Chris Hemsworth?
Yes,
Yeah.
I always
Yeah,
gonna
For
remember
about
him.
5 minutes.
I'm
Yeah,
always
he-
gonna remember him from that one
200 pounds even.
in The Cabin in the Woods.
Mm.
You ever seen that movie, The Cabin in the Woods? It's like it's supposed to be like a horror movie of some sort,
Oh,
Oh yeah.
but it's when they discover that the place is not really real, and he goes on his motorcycle and he's about to jump off a cliff. So he drives and he jumps off the cliff with the motorcycle, only to realize that the other side is not real. It's actually a wall. So he crashes into the wall and blows up and stuff like that.
hmm.
Yeah, it's like the whole, like a crazy plot twist to the whole movie.
Wow.
and that's when they realize they're not really in the woods, and
Like
it's
a
a whole
wily-
setup.
A wily
Yeah.
coyote chasing the roadrunner.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then-
he was great in the Extraction.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
yeah,
that
total
movie.
badass in Extraction.
Yeah.
Extraction 2.
Badass.
In Extraction 2, yeah, total
That's
badass.
what I was gonna say. They did the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, the second one has a Idris Elba in it.
Mm.
I
Really?
was like, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
You didn't recognize him?
I didn't see the second one.
Oh, Ted.
I didn't see the second one yet, but I can.
Yeah,
I can,
Idris Elba's in it.
Okay.
Now,
So
here's a
yeah,
question.
so Thor and Hemdall are reunited.
Wow.
Heimdall.
Heimdall.
I'm dog. Yeah.
I see everything.
Potato.
Here's a question. Do you think when they do bring the X-Men, it's going to be completely different actors? I would think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because the other ones are kind of older.
They need to bring some of the newer ones in there. The ones that were in Dark Phoenix. They bring them back. It'll be good. Because old girl that played Jean Grey, she was all right. Magneto was cool. I think James McAvoy was all right as Professor X.
And we don't
Do
need to
you
do a Dark
remember
Phoenix
the last
saga
5
for a while.
minutes of? I'm sorry, Rick. Do you remember the last 5 minutes of Days of Future Past? And they brought back all the old characters.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they had Jean Grey, like Famke.
Yep,
Famke
yep.
Jensen,
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I was gonna say they don't need it as much as what's one of my favorite stories of all time. We don't need to do a Dark Phoenix for a long time because y'all messed it up so
No.
many times
They-
already.
Oh
They-
my
they-
God.
Let that
Amen.
breathe.
Screwed it up.
Amen. The tree
Oh,
people
man.
really ticked me off. The tree people. That's all I refer to them as. The tree
Oh.
people.
Don't do
Oh,
that
man.
again.
And then like I was really excited because they're gonna go do a Gambit movie, and I'm like, yes, Gambit.
I was
Then
hyped for that.
Yeah, and
I was like,
right?
I was like, yeah, Taylor Hitch, but then like, you know what? Since Channing Tatum's on the rise, I'm like, we're gonna go with Channing Tatum. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I said, man, Gambit would have been so cool, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah, Gambit was badass.
But
Oh,
it-
yeah.
But seriously, it was like a factory. They were pushing out
Yeah.
too much stuff.
Yeah, they
And a
were.
lot of it's rushed though. I think like the Wolverine movies, if they would have taken their time with it, because the first one seemed rushed.
Yeah, the first one was rushed. The last one, not when he was
Logan.
Old Man Logan. The
Oh.
one
He was in
before
Japan.
that, when he was in
He was
Japan.
in Japan. Yeah.
Silver Samurai.
It was a
I
good
thought it was
story,
okay.
but yeah.
Oh, the
It was a good
Wolverine. Yeah.
Yeah, the Wolverine. And
Yeah,
then
it was
Old Man
Silver
Logan, I
Samurai.
liked.
Mhm. I like that one. Yeah, felt sorry for Professor X.
I know.
For real.
Better feel sorry for everybody else when that fool had his little mind going.
You know?
Man,
It's like everybody's freaking out.
And the funny thing about it though is like watching was it McAvoy that the one that played Professor
The young
Xavier?
one.
Yes.
Yeah, him and Michael Fassbender. I was like, oh cool, they're reunited. And people are like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you never seen Band of Brothers? They were both in that. Tom Hardy got a
No,
start in Band of
yeah.
Brothers.
The Band of Brothers. Yep.
That's when you tell them there's nothing like HBO.
See?
There's
Don't
nothing
come at
like
a
old
nerd.
school HBO.
Yeah, and then like on
So-
the Pacific, I mean, John Bernthal was in the Pacific.
Yep.
I want to open up a can of worms.
Good.
Go.
Jonathan Majors.
Uh,
I didn't see his interview that was talking about.
I watched it.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been too busy getting over the Cat Williams mess and working.
I watched that.
I watched both of the Cat Williams interviews. I'm watching some. I'm trying to catch some of the responses.
Jonathan Majors is much, much shorter, Tone, and it's
I believe
just,
you. I believe you. And like I said,
I
didn't
was
catch
like
all of it.
him. How do you see all this evidence and come up with this verdict? Are you
Yeah.
serious? Like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, they're like saying like his legal team like did a horrible job.
Cat Williams spoke on it.
Yeah.
Cat Williams
I
spoke.
was
Yeah,
like,
because
The
it's
man was running away from a white woman. Like, what more do you need?
because they said his team kind of set him up to fail in a way because they released those texts. I think it was the text, the audio, or whatever. Yeah. So that's what it was. The messages. It was the messages.
Yeah, and then it was like saying like he goes, yeah, it was in the car, but then he goes, but then afterwards, like I don't know what else happened.
What-
Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't. The
But
interview didn't make him look like he was okay, but then certain parts didn't make him look good.
Yeah, because that was that little clip that I sent you guys. Like, hey,
Yeah.
check it out. Because a YouTuber, she's like, I watched the interview, but this is what I noticed.
Right.
Yeah,
But what's crazier? He gets released by Disney, and then he does an
An
interview
interview.
on Good
From
Morning
Disney.
America, which is
Owned by Disney.
owned by
Yeah.
Disney. I'm like, what is this?
Renegotiate the contract. They're not gonna pay you as
You
much.
think they're gonna bring him back?
And even though I'm mad at Marvel for like canning him, I do give him kudos for not doing what everybody else did. They dropped him immediately as soon as the allegations came
did.
out. At least I give him Marvel credit for the waiting for the verdict to come out. I'll give him that
Right.
much.
Yeah, it's like wait till you have all the facts first before like what he got accused. Oh, we're releasing them.
yeah.
So
They learned from Johnny Depp. That's what it is.
When do you think there's a chance they could bring him back? Because you got
They're
the
not.
whole Kane saga and everything else like that. It's a mess when you've invested this much into.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they can recast them, but
From what others were saying, and probably what's going on in the rumor mill is that because of this whole thing, they're pretty much retired. Like from the Loki, how Loki took over the timelines.
Mhm.
So pretty much it was kind of like writing off Kang.
Yeah, they wrapped it up at that last
So
episode.
so when
Okay.
they're so the whole thing like has Kang was supposed to be the big bad,
right.
but now they're gonna replace that with Doctor Doom,
Supposedly.
supposedly.
Suppose.
And Silver and then Silver Surfer, they're gonna do a flip on that one as well.
No. If they turn it to a girl, him to a girl, I'm done. Done. I'm done. First of all, he's already naked, basically, and now you're gonna put it in a female. But no, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, they're
I
yeah,
agree with Rick here. I agree with Rick
and
here.
then
Yeah.
for Mr. Fantastic, it's gonna be dumb. It's gonna be played by Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, that was weird to me.
That
I'm
was
like,
weird.
that doesn't make.
Where's
When-
John Krasinski? I thought we were going. Wasn't he Mr. I mean, hasn't he been talking about this role for the last
long
5
time.
to 10
Yeah.
years?
I saw a really funny clip of him. He said he actually auditioned for, I think it was Captain America.
Yes.
And he said he was putting half the outfit on, and then Chris Hemsworth comes in looking all jacked as could be. He goes, "Hey, looking good, mate." And he goes, "Nope." He took it off and said, "Nope, I'm not doing this. I can't compete with that."
Yeah,
That was funny. But yeah, John Krasinski, everybody loved him as Mr. Fantastic. Why not just
yeah,
go?
because
with
like
him?
because like when he was featured, like everybody's like, oh shit.
Yeah, but Wanda did him like that. I was like, yo, what? No way.
Yeah, and then and then what happened to Captain Cargo? I was like, I yelled at the theater. I'm like, you fucking cunt!
Oh my God.
Like I said, like I have a mad crush on Haley Atwell, and I'm like,
Yo.
the only other out time I had an outburst in the theater was when I watched House of Wax and Paris Hilton character got killed. I was like, yes! Everybody's looking at me like, you got problems. I'm like, I can't stand Paris Hilton.
Oh, God. Oh, that's funny. That is
But
funny.
I mean, but yeah, and then I think like I think with Rambo, I think they were gonna kind of, I don't know if they're gonna do a flash. I thought they were gonna do a flashbacks of her in the Marvels, you know, so that way Monica Rambo would be like, oh hey ma, or like,
that
oh
was-
that was my mom.
That was
I feel they're
awkward.
going to do that. That's going to happen sometime.
That was
I feel
awkward.
that already. Yeah.
It's like, Mom. And she like, Mom, I got no kids. What are you gonna call me
Mom.
mom for? Like, what?
Yeah, yeah,
was
the end
awkward.
credit.
And then
That
Kelsey
end
Grammer, even though it wasn't really Kelsey Grammer because that looks CGI
Right.
as heck. But
Yeah.
I was still happy. I was like, it's still Beast. I'm still happy. Even
He's
though
still,
he's
he,
Beast,
he was
man.
good as Beast. He was great as Beast.
He
Yeah.
was.
He
He
was
shocked
great.
me. He did great.
On point. On point.
Yeah.
Kelsey Grammer's no joke. He be
Mhm.
holding it, man. That dude.
Mhm.
That dude.
Yeah, especially like how like, you know, how he portrayed the character Frasier. I mean, just
Mhm.
because every time when I heard Beast spoke, I'm like, yep, that sounds like Frasier.
Yeah.
Like the intellect, the the vocabulary, and
Always get
everything.
the point.
Then they even brought him back, man. They brought that back, Frazier.
Yeah, I've been watching it. I was just to see if it would be funny. I was like, you know what? It is actually pretty funny.
All that from Cheers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All that from Cheers.
Cheers. Yep.
True. They just brought Roz back. I was like, Roz! I was like, whoa. She's on there now.
Wow.
But no Niles.
No Niles. I'm wondering about that. His son, but no Niles. That's weird.
Yeah.
He's alive, right? He ain't dead or nothing, is he? Like, where's he at?
Not to my knowledge.
Uh,
You know what? Now I'm gonna look it up.
they brought Night Court back.
Yeah, they're trying.
Yeah, I haven't.
What do you
I
mean they're
haven't-
trying? There's no creativeness. There's no creativity. They're
I'm
just,
trying.
hey, we're gonna remix everything.
Yeah, they
Yep.
brought some of the old cast back. Got some new people. You know,
They trying.
let's mix it up and see. Let's see if we can get the new crowd in.
I
Okay,
can't
so
watch
now-
that
okay,
that
so-
old boy being in the judge's bench. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
I missed it.
Exactly.
It's hilarious.
Okay, David Hyde Pierce is still alive.
Okay.
So yeah, what I don't know. Contract? I don't know.
Mhm.
So wait, with Night Court, is Marky Post still alive?
No.
No, she's
Wait.
gone, isn't she? I think she passed.
I think she
Oh,
passed.
John Larroquette
Wait.
and Marshall Warfield. I think the only two still around.
Richard Mauld passed away.
Richard
Yeah.
Marquez last year.
Mm.
okay.
yeah.
Let me look it up.
So you got what's that dude? John Larroquette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Him
dead.
and Marshall
He's on
Warfield. They're the only two still there.
Yeah.
Oh, Melissa Rauch is in this show. Cool. Melissa Rauch, she's the one that played Bernadette on The Big Bang Theory.
Yeah. She's the judge now. Yeah.
If she's the judge, she'll play it well, and she's very vibrant the way he was. We just miss him because he was the show.
Yeah.
He was the show. The Classic Night Court was epic. I'm not mad at their attempt. I just don't think they'll be able to recreate it as much as we enjoyed it. The same way they try to do Good Times. They try to redo Good Times. We ain't heard nothing else.
Oh,
We ain't heard nothing
See,
else.
there's certain things that should be left alone.
Right.
That is a fact.
No, I'm serious. Come on.
Yeah.
Next thing you're gonna say, Tony? Yeah, they're redoing Sanford and Son. They're redoing such.
Mhm.
I just saw an article about you know how they did Picard for Star Trek recently, right?
Yes.
Now they're saying we need Deep Space Nine Cisco. We need to do something like that for Cisco. And
Really?
I'm like, well, that would be interesting. You know, take him. Is he still with the Prophets or whatever? Because that's how they
Right.
left it.
Right.
Oh yeah,
That would
with
be
the
interesting.
Bajorans. Yeah, with the Bajorans.
That could be
What?
interesting.
Yo, seeing Avery Brooks like that, yeah,
Mhm.
I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah.
But I thought they were talking about well, I know it wasn't green, they didn't greenlight it, but they were talking about Star Trek Legacy.
Now I think they're saying they think it might be a better idea just to make it a big movie.
Really?
Mm.
I heard them talking
No,
about
make
Deep
it a
Space Nine.
TV
Like, how they
show.
going to do it is crazy. They can't do Deep Space Now, right?
They don't want to they
to.
don't want to pay out all those salaries and everything else like that, probably.
They got the money. Why not?
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, well, Star Trek 4 is in production now
Yeah.
because that was on the ropes. Whether they're going to
That was on the ropes like 5-6 years, right?
It
yeah,
was on the
but
ropes
but-
before the last one they did, and I know when they lost Anton Yeltsin. I think
Yeah.
that was the name.
yeah,
They
yeah.
kinda changed a few things up, and then Chris Pine was going through some craziness. They can do it. I don't know what
But
else
they were
they're gonna
talking
do.
about Tony. I'm sorry to cut you off, Tony,
No,
but
you good.
Chris Helmsworth talking about bringing
Yeah.
him back and Chris Pine. That's
Yeah, because
money.
it's time travel. Yeah, and then
That's
Zachary
money.
Quinto. Yeah, Zachary Quinto agreed as well.
Well,
Mhm.
Zachary's going to be in. Yeah, they'll all be there. Zoe
Yeah.
Saldana's been busy with Guardians of the Galaxy.
and her new show on Paramount, Lioness.
So they all busy.
Mm.
Yeah,
They can do one more. They can do one more and call it, honestly.
The question is, does Paramount want to pay?
Yes, they do. They need to stop playing. Paramount's only alive because of Star Trek.
and Beavis and Butthead.
No, Paramount's only alive because Star Trek, all them damn Star Trek series, and then they hold the movies, and then they had Top Gun Maverick. Other than that, they were straight. Well, I take that back. Yellowstone was carrying them. Yellowstone was
Well,
carrying them.
also too, you have NCIS on Paramount
People
Plus too.
loved the Yellowstone. What's the other one? 18, whatever that was. People loved that.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that love those.
1823.
Yeah, 1823.
No, 1923.
No, it was 18 something. I
But
thought.
but I mean, but now I mean,
Oh, 1881. There's like 2 prequels. All talking about the Duttons, but different generation of the Duttons.
Was it 1881?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's the year Tuskegee was founded. That's why I was like, wait a minute, what?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, I need to sign up for Paramount Plus just so I can watch season 2 of Star Trek, the New Worlds.
Dude, I watched all of them.
It's
It took me
really
like 2
good.
months.
I like New
Yeah.
Worlds.
Yo,
Yeah.
it's
I
really
only
good.
saw I only saw the first season on Amazon Prime because it was free.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, New Worlds is good. I like it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, cool. Now we're going with Captain Pike. All right, nice.
He's really good.
He
Ins
really
and
is.
outs.
He's doing great. He's doing
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
He's doing better in this than Black Bolt.
Yeah.
Jeez. Jeez.
And now I think hopefully Orville season 4 is going to happen.
I
Is
gotta
it?
watch season. I gotta watch season.
Is
3.
it?
I hope so.
They've been saying it for so long. I'm like, is it ever gonna come out?
Well, I mean, because you had the strike and everything.
Even before
Yes,
that, though,
like, Jeez.
because I liked how it was originally funny, but then it became serious, and I'm like, yo, you are actually Star Trek level now. You're not just trying to be funny.
Yeah.
It's
Think of
good.
like today's topic, today's issues, and incorporate that in the show.
Mhm.
Because that last season, I'm like, this is what's up.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, but going back to the Marvel What If, I mean, like just all these like random questions. I mean, we could probably I'm guessing 7 seasons. I'm projecting.
You know what cracks me up though is because the Watcher, he's like pretty like prim and proper and professional sounding, right? But then something crazy goes, he's like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Wait, what?"
I've seen it. Like what the?
It makes me laugh every time. Oh gosh.
And props to seeing Howard the Duck in one.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
man.
Did you ever see the actual movie?
Yeah.
That was a flop, of course, but I'm like,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
it has a big cult following though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, The Last Dragon, Big Trouble. Oh, they're gonna do a remake. They're gonna
Yeah,
do a
Big
remake
Trouble
of
in Little China.
Big Trouble in
Really?
China with The Rock.
Yeah.
With
I'd
The
heard
Rock.
about that for a while now.
I'm like, I'm burnt out of The Rock. I'm
I was
like,
gonna
no.
say, yeah.
Out of the rock.
Yes.
But that's what it was. That's like, yeah, no Rock. That's what it
He needs
was.
No
to
rock.
relax.
That's what it was.
He is the box office draw. Until you
Yeah,
find
I don't
someone
wanna
else.
see it.
Box
People
office
are
draw.
tired
It's
of
pretty
him.
I don't want to see
pretty
no
much the
Rock.
box
Tired of
office
him,
draw in the
man.
movies the same way Trump is the box office draw to the election. Let's just be real.
Oh God, we gonna go there now?
Let's just be real.
Well, I would
You
say
could have
this
replaced The
one
Rock
thing.
and put John Cena there. I would have been cool with
John Cena is not a box office draw. Stop it.
Or Channing
That show.
Tatum.
What was the name of that show he was in? That he just did. It was
The
pretty
crazy
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker. Yeah, I heard
That
it
was
was funny.
funny. That was funny.
Yeah.
He a better actor though.
Go fuck a fish.
Oh my God.
John Cena got better range than The Rock.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He may go
I
a little
believe
bit
that.
further. He may
And
go a little
Batista
bit-
and Batista's right behind both of them.
Oh, no, Batista.
Actually, Batista's a little ahead. I think he's better than The Rock. He's
Here's the thing. Like between
it's just that he doesn't have as many big movies. But
I don't know if he's better than The Rock. I don't know
Well,
if he's
no.
better than-
Well, I mean, he's not as big as The Rock, but however, though, if you look,
no,
at
just talking about acting wise.
yeah, but he's. I mean, the Guardians of the Galaxy really lifted him off. I mean, like,
Yeah,
he like pretty much. If you want to combine salaries, I mean, The Rock was not even featured in no Marvel. Marvel didn't even approach him. They went with Dave Batista.
that's what I'm saying.
They switched it up. So WWE's getting money all over the place, pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean, but like, but I and then followed up by Blade Runner 2024.
Yeah.
And then,
Because I had this discussion. I'm like, yeah, The Rock became bigger. He became bigger than wrestling.
Yes.
And because of that, that's what made him look so good in the movies. You got John Cena, who got big. He kind of got bigger than wrestling. He went and go do the movies. His movies aren't bad. His movies are actually pretty good. He had to work just like The Rock, though, because there's a couple stinkers in John Cena's resume.
It's gonna be like comparing,
But-
like, can he deliver?
But then in the past couple movies he's had, and there's a couple low key movies he's been in where he had little cameos where he was actually pretty damn good. Then you got
He's
Batista,
good.
and not many other outside of Guardians of the Galaxy. You're not really looking for a lot of Dave Batista movies.
Nah,
But there's a
Army of
couple
the
Dave
Dead.
Batista
He
movies.
killed it. I mean,
Yeah.
he
I
literally.
heard. I
God
heard
Oh
he
no!
killed
killed
Oh,
it.
and
but-
the one with the hotel movie with Jodie
The
Foster,
onions, the
the hotel,
I-
whatever.
yeah,
Yeah, he
where
did.
it's like
I
a
mean,
mystery.
well, it was just like a hospital for bad guys, really.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that movie?
Yeah, with Jodie
okay.
Foster. Yeah. So, but
I was
but
talking
then-
about Knives, the Knives movie.
Oh, Knives Out. Yeah, the second one.
Knives Out, yeah.
Yeah.
Knives Out.
But no,
Then
but the
he had he was in the comedy movies and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Stuber, I watched Stuber. There you go.
Mhm.
Stuber I had watched during 2020. But the one movie I watched, I think it was last year, the year before, A Knock at the Cabin. The M.
Yes.
Night Shyamalan movie. Oh my god!
M. Night Shyamalan. I ain't messing
but you know what's really cool though? Like Batista was in a comic book movie, done successful. John Cena in a comic book movie, successful.
Yeah,
The Rock, Black Adam, flopped.
yeah.
with. That movie
Ugh.
didn't flop to me. That movie didn't flop to me.
That was horrible. What are you talking about?
I didn't like the storyline. Tyler, he didn't flop. Nah, it was flop. Yeah, I was all right with it. I was okay. With it.
You pull up the box office for
Yeah.
what's the name? You pull up the budget that was
Yes.
used.
Yeah,
You
that
pull up
hurt.
the box office.
Yeah,
I'll pull it
There you
up.
go.
that hurt. And the fact that he had to make himself look strong in these movies is really
Oh my
the
god.
contract is what's really killing him in these
He-
movies. And some of
He
these
was
movies.
pushing it too hard. Where you see him and he was like, "Oh, and the Black Adam," oh, and you're like, "All right, enough."
I gotta be this guy. Every movie he has to be this guy. It's in his contract.
Yeah, he's got to be
I'm like,
the ultimate alpha male.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, I like the movie. There's certain parts. Don't get me wrong. I liked in the
Yeah, certain
movie,
parts.
but overall, it's like,
I like the ending.
Rotten Tomato. So on IMDb, they give it 6.2 out of 10.
Mhm.
Rotten Tomatoes gives it 38%. 38%, that's bad.
That's bad.
Mhm.
And then on Metacritic, 41 out of 100.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a prequel to what should happen with Justice League of America, which I was like, well, Justice League Society. I'm like, no, Justice Society of America, excuse me. I was like, and Hawkman being human, no, stop. He's an alien. The other two, oh boy,
Bad,
that played
man. It was bad.
Dr. Fate. Pierce Bronson did pretty good. I saw what they were trying to create, but they changed the whole
Yeah,
storyline up to
that's
me. They changed the whole storyline up, and I had a problem with that.
So basically, it said Black Adam grossed 168.2 million in the States and Canada,
Mhm.
and then 225.1 million in other territories for a worldwide total of 393.3 million.
So how much
What
did
was
it
the
make?
budget?
How much did it cost to make the money exactly? Could you get a double the budget? You got at least break even.
There's a lot of special effects.
Just
A lot of VFX.
But in any
I'm
story at
looking-
all, you have to make me give a crap about the characters. And
Right.
Black Adam, I really didn't give a crap about him. Like, oh, you're just a bad dude, and that's it. That's the extent of you. You're a bad dude.
well, the original storyline had nothing to do with the movie. Had nothing to do with the original storyline. That was my problem. They recreated him, and I was like, y'all did this wrong.
Screen Rant says Brian. Screen Rant says between 190 and 260.
yeah.
Well, Warner Brothers contradicted the claim, stating that the initial break-even cost was $450 million.
That's what I'm waiting on. Yeah, the break-even costs.
To break even. So if
But
they made 3 whatever, they didn't even break even.
Yeah.
yes,
Maybe
like
they
in
did
the
400.
in the U.S. and Canada,
That's
Black Adam was released alongside with Ticket to Paradise, The Banshees of Inisherin. It was projected to earn 58 to 68 million
Opening
from
weekend.
4,402 theaters in opening weekend. The film made 26.7 million on its first day,
Flop.
including 7 million from
Yeah.
Thursday night previews. Best opening day. The best opening day of Shazam was 20.4 million. Then it grossed to 67
Craziness.
million during the opening weekend, and the highest of Johnson's leading career was also ranking at the first box office. Which
Didn't the
also
Flash do it bad too? The Flash.
Flash
Yeah.
opened up bad
Oh,
too.
yeah.
yeah, bad.
Flash did bad. Yeah.
Basically with the Flash movie, they just the way how they just had a different spin on the multiverse, like how Spider-Man was. So they were like, they're going, oh, we're doing this now.
Different spin. Ezra Miller's a psycho. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're like saying with all the stuff that Ezra Miller has done, he's still hired.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was a mess.
Yeah.
He's still employed with DC, even though you have video evidence and it was already made public. But yeah, he's still.
But he did. And he still got the movie. Chris Pine got in trouble too. He still gave him his movie.
Yep.
But you're gonna fire Jonathan Majors and you don't want to bring him back. Y'all see a pattern yet? I'm
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Now, I think with the Flash, since it was a standalone, they were too far in on reshoots, VFX, salaries that they just said, just push it out there.
They put heavy work
too
into
much
that movie.
money.
They put heavy work in that movie though. Seriously, they put heavy work in that movie.
We'll see. We'll see what happens if they do another Flash movie. What happens?
Probably in like 10 years.
What about that? Oh shoot, the remake. What's the guy's name? They redid the Justice League, whatever. Like they redid it. A guy redid it. It was longer
Zack Snyder.
version.
Zack
Yes.
Snyder.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
That's
because he had to cut it short and give it over to the other guy. And that's what we got in the theater.
Snyderverse, Justice League.
Brian,
Snyderverse, the 4-hour one.
the
Snyderverse.
reason why he gave it over to
'Cause his wife was ill.
his daughter committed suicide.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Daughter
I
committed
thought it was-
suicide.
Oh, I thought it was because his wife was sick.
So he had to dip.
sad.
So and like the movie was like 3/4 of the way, or almost 3/4 of the way completed.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
yeah, his daughter passed.
Sad.
So I like the 4-hour version.
Yeah.
Really, really his vision of it.
Outstanding job. Outstanding job.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it's a 4-hour movie and you like it, you know it's got to be good. 4 hours.
They did it like Rick. It was in chapters.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
you're like,
that was the thing. That was crazy.
yeah, they
about
did it like in chapters, and you're just like, oh, okay, I could stop it right here. I can go to the store
Mhm.
and go do whatever I need to do, and
Come back,
No.
catch it. Yeah.
and the ending,
And
like people are talking about end credits. There was like 5 end credits.
I saw the
Like,
main
you
one.
just like you're sitting there, you're like, what is happening?
Yeah. And
is
then all of a sudden you see these dudes just disappear. You're like, yo, what in the world? Where's the rest of the crew? Like,
Yeah, and then also too like the dismissal of Henry Cavill now,
Mm.
because like James Gunn is like, I'm doing a whole major overhaul.
He got rid of all of them.
Yeah.
bad move.
Yeah, because even Gail Gadot, like she was all like, yeah, like they told me like, yeah, we're gonna do a Wonder Woman 3, and then next like then everybody's like, we don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
She made him carry the Wonder Woman.
Henry, is it Cavill or Cavill? How do you say his last name?
Cavill.
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 There. I heard a lot of people talking about he could possibly be Captain Britain in the MCU.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
On him going over, yeah.
that'd be cool.
He's
the
British already, so
Yep.
Yeah, he would
Might
be
as
good.
well.
Yeah, from the small island of Jersey.
All right,
Yeah,
fellas, I'm gonna
it's
call
on
it
the
a night.
it's on,
It's
it's on
midnight. I gotta go to bed.
Oh, it's midnight. All right. Let's shut this baby down. I guess we'll go round robin. Rick, want to thank you for coming through, joining us. You're always welcome. You're always holding it down on All About the Joy,
Try.
providing balance over there.
We try.
You know. Let us know also the other live broadcast that you do, and are we past the? I mean, it's kind of like your Cal Ripken. Like, have we done more than 3,200 or 3,100 straight broadcasts?
Christmas was 3,000, right on Christmas.
Woo!
Yep, over 8 years.
Wow.
Never missed a day.
Let us know where we can find you, where we can find the broadcast, and
You can find me on. I'm trying to be Tony. Sorry. Just go to rickcosta.com. You'll find everything there.
got it.
Oh,
I got it. Nice. Very nice.
oh, snap. Caught me off guard. I thought you were gonna do it.
You can
I say that.
T-O-M-I.
I say that with love, Tony. I say that with love.
Yo.
I'm gonna get you. Don't worry. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Brian, where can we find you?
Snapchat Thailander F150 and on Discord at Thailander713.
Mr. B?
Mr. Catch me. New Year's same B at Mr. B 1986 on X. There's an app called OK Live. You can find me there, Mr. B. I pop up on these folks wherever they're streaming or whatnot, podding, whatnot. I'll pop up there. I do a show on Wednesdays. I pod on Wednesdays called The B-Sides of the Fight Game. You can catch it on YouTube, Twitch, and OK Live as well. That's all.
And eventually on All About the Joy, if Carmen has her way.
Yes, that too. That too. That too.
Listen, unless it goes through his road manager,
Wow.
nothing is getting. I gotta put it. Shut this thing down. You know, I mean, come on. Now, all joking aside, Tony, where can we find you, sir?
Linktree, Tony D Down Original. I'm all over the place, man. Y'all catch me. I gotta go to bed. This joking too much for y'all doing too much. But I'm gonna be like Rick. You can find me all over the place.
Oh my God.
Yo.
Woo! All right. Want to thank everyone who was in the comment.
Where we can find you, Ted?
Huh?
Where can we find you?
Oh,
Where?
right here. Or you go to latenightparents.com. And we want to thank everyone who was in the comments tonight, from our friends at All About the Joy, Sunday Night Smoke, Nancy in Wisconsin, of course, Sweet Pea Leslie came through here, Random Rick. I think that's about it.
Carmen and Cynthia.
Carmen and Cynthia also came through. Melanie came through.
Sadie came through.
Sadie came through.
Through.
I want to thank everyone who came through to enjoy this. We'll be back, God willing, next week. But we will be available this weekend to do Belt Kings because we're going to have a super wild card weekend.
Yes.
We're going to close this out right now, and you'll hear from us soon.
Excelsior. That's
Peace, y'all.
say.